Hey everybody, so today what I'm going to do is I have a 9mm which I got from Canada Ammo on their Boxing Day sale. It was a gun I never heard of before. It's called the Girsan Yavuz 16, which is an odd name, and that's because it comes from Turkey. So to look at it, it looks exactly like a Beretta, and that's because it's a Turkish clone of the Beretta 92 FS. So, if you look at it from a distance, if you've never seen the Girsan model before, you can't tell the difference. There's very, very few little minute differences. One of my favorite ones, and I'll get into the pros and the cons shortly, but one of the ones that's really noticeable right off the bat is right where your grip is, there's actually some finger grooves there for your grip, which I just love because your hand just fits in there so nice and snug. So I guess I'll get into it. Some of the things I like about it, some of the things I don't like about it. I've only had a chance to take it out to the range 2 or 3 times, I guess, so I've gone through probably 200 or 300 rounds, I guess. So far, it's worked flawlessly. I've only put one type of ammo through it, and it's just some surplus Ukrainian stuff that I got the same time I bought the gun. The ammo seems to work really well with the gun. As far as accuracy, I can get some pretty tight groups, but I've only been shooting indoors at our local indoor range, which is, I think, 30 yards, 25 or 30 yards, I can't remember which. So, I mean, it works really well. The accuracy is good. The build quality, and I know some of the knockoffs and some of the clones, sometimes a little, crappy with the build quality, but this is like a solid feeling gun. And really, like I said, the differences between this and the actual Beretta are slim to zilch. You'd have a hard time finding them if you didn't really look hard. One of the big pros, of course, is the price, and that's the reason I got this. I've always liked the look of the Beretta, and I've always wanted one for a long time, but when I saw this and saw the price, which was $499, I think, whereas the Berettas are a little closer to $800, I was like, wow, I can get a brand new Beretta clone for 2/3 the price. So how could I say no? And then I was a little worried, I didn't see many reviews or much information on this gun. I guess Girsan's only been around since the mid-90s. This is one of the first models they came out with. They didn't have much at first, but now I guess they have a whole range of guns. This one here actually comes in a few different finishes as well. This is the full size. There's a compact version. There's one with a rail on the bottom of it. There's also a couple different finishes as far as, I think there's like a chrome finish and a couple, I don't know. Anyways, there's a few different versions. I just get the regular black one, which is fine. So yeah, price. Big plus on the price. And like I said, a lot of times if you're trying to save money, you get, a little bit shady, crappy version. But this is just, I don't know, it's just awesome. I don't know why you'd spend the extra money other than for the name. That being said, like I said, I've only fired it a few hundred times. We'll see what it's like in the long run. I'll probably do a follow-up video after I've put 1,000 rounds or a couple thousand rounds through it and see how I feel about it then. So other things I like about it. I love a steel frame gun. It's got a good weight to it. Some people say it's too heavy, but I've fired a few polymers, the Glocks and stuff, and nothing wrong with Glock. I love the feel of a steel frame gun, right? And it's got a good weight to it. It's not too heavy, but it's got a little bit of weight because it's all metal frame, right? So a few other things. It's got a decocking lever on it, which is nice for a safety. Only got I own with one of those. The gun came with a couple magazines, and these are actually really nice magazines too. On the back it actually says made in Italy. So I don't know, yeah, made for Girsan, made in Italy. So they're actually custom made magazines, pinned to 10 rounds of course. Another thing too with the price, with the gun, it does come with a really nice case as well. You get the Girsan case labeled, lockable. Comes with a little cleaning kit, you get your brushes there. And then of course it comes with 2 mags. So you do get 2 magazines, which is nice. So you get a whole bunch of goodies with it. So price-wise, a lot of bang for your buck. Now, as far as things I don't really like about it, one is the fixed sights. I do wish they were adjustable sights, but I think it's the same as the Beretta, right? And the Beretta is fixed sights as well. So if you want to use it in competition or anything, there's no changing it. You use what you got. The other thing I'm not a big fan of is the trigger. When it is a double action gun, so when you're using the single action, the trigger's pretty tight, and it's quite a bit of pull to it to actually get it to go off. But when you're in double action, and there's a lot of play with the trigger before you actually pull the hammer, and still it's pretty heavy trigger. Maybe it just takes some time to break it in. But the trigger, not the best trigger I've ever used. I have shot a Beretta before. I don't own one, but I've fired it enough times to say that I really don't know the difference as far as the way it feels when you shoot it. They're both, exactly the same. I think the machining, I'm pretty sure that GİRSAN probably get the machines that were used to build Berettas, or the blueprints or whatever. So they're pretty much exact copies. Taking it down, real easy to do. I mean, you want to talk about something easy to clean on the field, or if it's jamming and you want to take a look at it, there's just one flick of a button, off it goes, and then same putting it back together. Once you get it in, just flick it up and you're good to go. So that's pretty cool about it. I do like that. Yeah, so as far as likes, dislikes, way more pros than cons as far as I can see, and really I'm looking hard to find something I really don't like about it. So other than the trigger, fixed sights, I do love the grips too. These are really nice. They're not quite rubber, they're good plastic, and they get a nice texture on them here. So with the finger grooves and everything, that is just a killer grip. Better than the Beretta one, that's for sure. Anyways, really good gun. I highly recommend it to anybody who's into this type of gun. If you like the Beretta look, if you like the Beretta feel, if you like steel frame guns, this is for you if you want to save some money. I can't praise it enough. So check it out. I know there's a lot of places in Canada you can buy it. Some of the prices vary, but right around $500, which is still quite a bit cheaper than the Beretta. So don't pass this one up if that's what you're looking for.